today we're going to be installing this MetalCloak tire carrier on my Jeep TJ. Let's do it. As always, the biggest shout out to MetalCloak. They rock. Make sure you check out their products. American made. They go out there in their own Jeeps, test them out. This isn't just, oh, it's the best parts. No, it really is. They freaking put those things to the test. So please do me a favor, check them out. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I got a ton of MetalCloak stuff on the Jeep, on the TJ. The Gladiator has their suspension. So any questions, let me know. If I don't know the answer, I'll find out for you or point you in the direction of someone who does. Thank you. The one I had on before this rattled terribly. Sounds like the Jeep was falling apart. That might be a bit dramatic, but you get the point. Most tire carriers rattle. This one, the way it's designed with the bushings and the ends and the pins that hold them in, no rattle. I'm very excited about that. The two different modes, I'm gonna leave this on here and just move this to the thing I'm about to show you. So this is gonna go on the tire carrier itself. We'll put the license plate there so you can leave mode 1's on, switch to mode 2 with the tire carrier, have that whole setup going. If you want to take the tire carrier off, move your license plate, unplug the wires, which I'm gonna walk you all through, and plug them in to go back onto the third brake light, which is on your other plate.
New England can be tough on parts. Let's do some prep work to keep these shiny.
So we typically use the 2X gloss clear. I find it's a little better of a clear coat than the one that's not the 2X. And for the red, I just use the regular gloss in Regal Red. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is get the brackets lined up, marked, drilled, and installed. But I wanted to take a second to talk about the pivot brackets. These will work on both the right and the left side of the Jeep, depending on which way you want the tire carrier to swing. I want it to swing with my tailgate, so we're gonna put the pivot brackets on the passenger side so it opens up the same way as the tailgate does. First thing we're gonna do is uninstall these bolts. So we can use that hole as a starting guide.
Still finding Vermont mud. Just a quick thing to mention, this tire carrier does require corner guards to be installed on your Jeep. That is what helps to give it extra strength and hold up to a 40-inch tire. So that bolt that you just saw me remove, that was part of the corner guard system. So we will use that bolt and hole to help line up where we need to drill for the upper brackets. Take your time measuring and marking out the holes, and once you've done that, measure again. Make sure it's right before you drill anything out. Proper alignment of this tire carrier requires proper measuring and drilling of those holes. Accuracy is key. Center punching helps to keep that hole right where it should be and allow your drill to sink into the place better. Since you'll be drilling through some pretty thick steel as well as the tub, I recommend having 2 drills and a good set of drill bits for this project. Start with a small bit and work your way up. Anytime you expose new steel, it's definitely recommended to coat it with paint or some other protective coating so rust does not form. Boop. Once all of the holes are drilled, you can go ahead and install your upper brackets. For now, don't go crazy tightening everything down. You're going to have to install the bottom brackets, and it might take a little bit of aligning, so you don't want to tighten everything down super tight until the bottom brackets are also on.
All right, so we got the upper bracket on the passenger side installed. It's pretty much the same thing on the driver's side, except that this side is gonna have the pin. So I'm gonna just pop that baby on there and then attach this to whatever hole you wanna attach it to. I'm gonna do it on the top left one. So only difference between the two. So something like this, you're just gonna take the bolt, put it through the bottom of the little pin and put that right on through like that. Well, of course, we had to stop and take lunch. Very important to keep hydrated and fed. Before we install the bottom ones, we are gonna assemble the bushings inside the ends of the tire carrier. So it's pretty simple. You're gonna wanna take the O-rings that they give you. There's big and small. You can use grease or WD-40 if you want. You will install as such on each bushing and then we'll put them together. So let's do that now. This is the grease we're gonna use. So, I mean, a little messy here. Real fast. I'll do the inside ones first. All the little guys. All right, so that is all the little ones. The outer ones don't. And it also says the greasing is optional, so that's up to you, but might as well. All right, now we're gonna put the bigger ones on. I believe the instructions had said put the bigger ones on first, but it's okay. These are the Delrin bushings. So, very high strength, vibration, noise dampening, so there'll be no rattling in the tire carrier whatsoever. My old one was so bad. Now we're gonna take each end, take a bushing. There's only one right way to put them in. So you see the notch and the notch, they'll go like that. So that's how it will look on the inside. There we go. You can tell when it kind of locks itself into place. And then take screws, screwdriver. Oh no, I just got grease in my hair. I say use a screwdriver, not a drill, so might be easy to ruin things with a drill. Yeah, you can feel them kind of seat right into place. So we're gonna build one. I'll show you the finished product, and then you can build the rest of them on your own. Very easy. I'll take down. Oh, bam. So that's that. That's a completed end. There'll be big jam nut style thing we'll put on this, and then that will attach onto each of the end of the carriers. But let's build the rest of them. All right, so now we have our ends all assembled. We are going to use everyone's favorite. some anti-seize on the ends before we put them onto the side of the carrier. Leave about 3 to 5 threads exposed before you put them in. All right, so we got the upper brackets done. Now we'll end our carrier and ends assembled. Now we're gonna do the bottom brackets. So that involves undoing this bolt right here. Wow.
Would you look at that?
Looking good. Yeah.
That's it right there. Beautiful.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So let's just kind of mock up the other side. Got the bottom brackets lined up, mocked up, center punched. Now we're drilling. Phil's the drill master here, so he's taking over for that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we are done drilling for the bottom brackets. Now we're going to install them, and then we can put the tire carrier on. One more. Looks like we're good.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's all I got. It's tight. Getting crazy in here now. After hours.
What are you guys working on?
Whoop whoop. We're putting tire carrier on. MetalCloak tire carrier.
I'm secretly recording you.
Ready? Bam. All right. Well, tire carrier's on. We're putting on the flange nuts. Not seen was us putting this little plastic washer underneath the ends. Alright guys, welcome back to day 2 of the MetalCloak tire carrier install on my Jeep TJ. So you saw us yesterday, we wrapped up the main part of the tire carrier. Now today we are going to be mounting the spare tire holder and license plate bracket. One thing I wanted to mention real quick yesterday was the pins can go in one of 2 spots. Depending on which spot you put it in, you'll either allow your tire carrier to open up 90 degrees or 180 degrees. So I'm gonna put mine on the 90 degree just for now. See how I like that once we get the tire carrier or the tire itself mounted, and we'll see how it opens. We can always easily change it to the full opening. But I just wanted to mention that because yesterday I failed to do so. So I'll get those on like so, and you can see easily this clip goes down. I'll go put the other one on. Like so. Easy peasy. easy to change too. So the next step of the process is going to be putting in the wheel studs. So depending on if you have a JK or a TJ, so forth, there will be a few different patterns that you will want to press the wheel studs in. So we're going on a TJ, so we're going to use the 4.5. So you just see the X's, and that's the ones that you're going to press the studs into. Took a small pencil, made marks, just so I don't forget if we change directions and get confused. It's easy to see because there'll be a small pencil mark that you can just remove after the fact. So to do so, you're going to want to get your wheel studs, come with the kit, a long socket, and a vise. We're going to press those in now. All right, so now we have the horizontal adjustment bracket, our wheel studs, our long socket, and our vice grip. Just always a good idea, double check your placement on those studs prior to pressing them in. All right, so start with the bottom one. A little more. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, so after a few trials and error of pressing in the wheel studs, they are in, and they are all the way pressed in. My vise, no go. So had to do a little modification, but they are on. So the next thing we're going to do is put the vertical wheel adjuster onto the back of the tire carrier. You can put it to the desired height of lots of options here. I believe I'm just gonna put it on the highest one to start and see how that goes. So you wanna use 9/16 socket wrench and regular wrench. So triangle part will go downwards. So we're just gonna get things in place first. I don't know if it would be better to put it there or here. It really don't matter. My animals are ridiculous. I don't know if you can hear them, but all right. So we got the vertical wheel adjuster attached. Now we're gonna put the horizontal wheel adjuster attached. All right, so this we just like put on, and then afterwards we'll adjust it depending on the tire placement. Got our little lug nuts.
That's it.
Dang, look at that girl.
We have this light pressed in. Our plug wires. Now we're going to do the license plate illumination light. We're going to feed those through the bottom. In there. Okay, so we got our little bolts. Feed those on through. All right, let's make ourselves road legal. We're done. So smooth, no noise. I like it open all the way and access to the trunk. So the whole point was basically to be able to switch back and forth between no spare and spare. You know, like if I go to the beach or something, I don't need to bring a spare. It's very close by to my house, and I'm probably not gonna pop a tire on the beach, so I'd be impressed with myself if I did. So, be able to easily switch back and forth, which we now can. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all who take the time out of your day to tell me you like the video, comment, etc. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are the real rock stars. MetalCloak, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thanks for making some American-made products. The quality is just always top-notch. You won't regret it. You really won't. It's your Jeep, only better. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time at the Hard Knocks Garage.